In the book of Revelation, verses 1 through 3 of chapter 14, describe a scene where the Lamb is seen standing on Mount Zion, accompanied by 144,000 individuals whose names are written on their foreheads. A powerful voice is heard from heaven, resembling the sound of many waters and the roar of a great thunder. Additionally, the sound of harps being played is perceived, accompanied by a new song that only the 144,000 redeemed from the earth can learn. Throughout history, various interpretations and controversies have arisen around these 144,000 redeemed individuals mentioned by John. Religious groups such as Jehovah's Witnesses stand out among those who claim to be these individuals mentioned in the Bible. They interpret these 144,000 as a specific group destined to reign with Christ in heaven and to play a crucial role during the final events. This interpretation has become fundamental to the doctrine of Jehovah's Witnesses. In the 1930s, the organization declared that the total number of 144,000 had been reached, suggesting that future members would spend eternity on earth rather than in heaven. Initially, about 52,500 members believed themselves to be among the 144,000 destined for heaven. However, over the years, this number has significantly decreased, until in 2005, only 8,000 members identified themselves as part of this group. Interestingly, by 2020, the number had risen to 21,100, and the Watchtower Society, the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses, now teaches that the final sealing of the 144,000 will occur shortly before the onset of the Great Tribulation. Throughout history, various groups, including several Christian sects and cults, have claimed to be the 144,000. Some smaller churches and cult movements, in particular, have claimed a special connection with these 144,000. Often, such claims are integrated into a broader eschatological view, unique to each specific group. Some churches also claim that their members are the 144,000 mentioned in the Apocalypse, and this is sometimes used as a recruitment tool, promising a special place among these redeemed ones. Additionally, certain churches exploit this idea for financial benefit, encouraging donations or tithes with the promise of inclusion among the 144,000. These practices reflect a wide range of interpretations and claims made by various groups, both in the past and present, who assert to represent the exclusive inner circle of the 144,000. Some interpret this number as representing the total number of individuals who will attain salvation throughout the universe, while other churches claim that only their members are the true 144,000. It's impressive how there are people who believe that salvation is exclusive to those who attend their church, share their appearance, language, and exact beliefs. However, this view is not in line with the broader Christian belief that God desires salvation for all. Salvation is not reserved for any specific group, race, or socioeconomic class. The sacrifice of Jesus Christ was for all of humanity, embracing all nationalities, rich and poor, and encompassing all continents: Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Australia, Oceania, and even Antarctica. God is not confined to a nation. He is not American, South American, Asian, African, or European. Christ's death was for everyone, young and old, and the scripture is emphasis that Christ died for all sinners. God offers an open invitation to salvation for every man and woman. Therefore, his salvation is not restricted to mere 144,000. The 144,000 mentioned by John are the 12,000 from each tribe of the sons of Israel, whom God will use significantly during the time of the Great Tribulation to evangelize the world. These Jews will have God's seal on their foreheads, protecting them from harm, as described in the text of Revelation chapter 7 verses 1 through 8. When John depicts 4 angels at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the 4 winds to prevent harm to the earth, the sea, and the trees. Another angel ascends from the east with the seal of the living God, and commands the 4 angels to wait before causing any harm until the servants of God are sealed. This sealing includes 144,000 individuals from all the tribes of Israel, as detailed in the Scriptures. From the tribe of Judah, 12,000 were sealed. From the tribe of Reuben, 12,000 were sealed. From the tribe of Gad, 12,000 were sealed. From the tribe of Asher, 12,000 were sealed. From the tribe of Naphtali, 12,000 were sealed. From the tribe of Manasseh, 12,000 were sealed. From the tribe of Simeon, 12,000 were sealed. From the tribe of Levi, 12,000 were sealed. From the tribe of Issachar, 12,000 were sealed. From the tribe of Zebulun, 12,000 were sealed. From the tribe of Joseph, 12,000 were sealed. From the tribe of Benjamin, 12,000 were sealed. These 144,000 represent a special designation of servants of God, chosen for a specific purpose during the period of the Great Tribulation. They will be instruments in the hands of God to proclaim His truth and fulfill His final purposes before the consummation of all things. It is important to note that this description does not exclude salvation beyond this number, but highlights a particularly significant role for these individuals during a specific period of history. Indeed, the identity of the 144,000 is clearly delineated in the Bible. God has left no ambiguities about the identity of this select group of people. They are representatives from all the tribes of the sons of Israel. However, something worth noting in this list of tribes is the inclusion of Manasseh, who is actually the son of Joseph. The inclusion of Joseph and his sons is deeply rooted in the significant narrative found in Genesis 48, where Jacob, also known as Israel, makes a crucial decision that shapes the lineage of the tribes of Israel. In Genesis 48, we find Jacob in his final days in Egypt, bringing his 2 grandsons, Manasseh and Ephraim, to receive his blessing. Jacob, guided by a divine vision, reverses the traditional order of blessing between the 2 brothers. He places his right hand on the head of Ephraim, the younger, and his left hand on the head of Manasseh, the firstborn. This prophetic action by Jacob is not merely symbolic but represents God's sovereign choice. Jacob declares that Manasseh and Ephraim will be considered his sons, thus granting them an equal portion of the inheritance in the promised land. This adoption of Manasseh and Ephraim results in the formation of 2 separate tribes under the name of Joseph's sons, instead of just one. Therefore, when we see the tribe of Manasseh listed alongside the other tribes in Revelation 7, this is a direct reflection of the blessing and adoption of Joseph's sons by Jacob. The inclusion of Manasseh reminds us of the unpredictable ways of divine providence, highlighting that God's plans often transcend human expectations. The story of Manasseh and Ephraim, intertwined in the history of Israel, is a testimony to God's sovereignty and the fulfillment of His promises. Additionally, it underscores a recurring theme in Scripture. God often chooses the unexpected and the unlikely to fulfill His purposes. Therefore, the descendants of this tribe may currently be on earth, depending on how close we are to the Great Tribulation. It's a powerful reminder that God's designs can manifest in ways that surpass our human understanding. This narrative emphasizes the unpredictability of divine providence and how God operates through seemingly ordinary events to accomplish His purposes. The story of Manasseh and Ephraim is a vivid example of this, highlighting how God transforms seemingly ordinary situations into instruments of His divine plan. The inclusion of Manasseh in the 144,000 is more than a mere coincidence. It is a testament to God's care and providence over His people. It reminds us that God often chooses the most unlikely candidates to play significant roles in His redemptive work. As we approach the end times, it's possible that the 144,000 themselves are among us, playing a vital role in God's work. This is a message of hope and encouragement for all believers, reminding us that God is in control and that his sovereign plan is unfolding as he desires. Therefore, as we consider the identity of the 144,000, we must remember the wisdom and power of God, who operates beyond human limitations, and whose purposes are incomparably greater than we can imagine. May we trust in his sovereignty and rejoice in the assurance that he is working all things for the good of those who love him. Indeed, it is certain that the 144,000 are here on earth, whether through their parents, grandparents, or great-grandparents. We know that from these lineages will come the chosen ones, so if anyone tries to convince you to join their church to become part of the 144,000 and thus be saved from the Great Tribulation, do not do it. Do not give your money to anyone who tries to sell you a place among the 144,000. This is not possible and shows us something remarkable about God. His ways are beyond our understanding, transcending our limited perspective. Observe God's ability to exist outside of time and temporal limitations. He is not confined to the linear progression of events, as we are, and can map out the descendants of a group of people thousands of years into the future. This level of foresight is beyond our human comprehension, demonstrating a divine orchestration of history, which is the God we serve. We worship a God who orchestrates events with precision and purpose. Nothing happens by chance. Each occurrence is part of a larger divine plan, meticulously woven by the Creator. This is the omniscience of God. He possesses complete and perfect knowledge, a testimony to his divine nature. He knows all things, and this does not impress him. His wisdom and knowledge surpass our wildest imaginations, inviting us to trust in his perfect plans, as it says in Isaiah 55 verses 8 and 9. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways and my thoughts than your thoughts. These verses capture the essence of God's transcendence. We are limited by time, God is not. Our lives are bounded by temporal boundaries, but God exists beyond these limits. He sees the end from the beginning, envisioning the tapestry of time from a perspective that encompasses all present and future history. The 144,000 will be sealed during the Great Tribulation and will live exclusively for the Lord, fearlessly proclaiming his message to all people on earth. No harm intended against them will succeed, for they carry the seal of God. We can confidently assert that these 144,000 do not represent the total number of people going to heaven. The 144,000 mentioned in the book of Revelation are exclusively from the tribes of Israel and play a distinct role in the final events. Their sealing during the Great Tribulation will occur after the rapture of the saints, when many believers have already joined the Lord. The prophecy in Zechariah 12:10 indicates how the Jewish people will recognize the Lord in the last days, spiritually preparing them to face the tribulation. This awakening to Jesus Christ will empower the Jews to endure the challenges of this period. Therefore, the 144,000 do not represent the church as a whole, but rather a specific segment of the Jews who will be appointed by God for a crucial role in the end times. They will be a beacon of light in the darkness of the world during the Great Tribulation, holding firmly to the truth and defending the name of the Lord. As highlighted in Revelation 14 verses 4 to 5, these chosen ones are characterized by their virtues, purity, and faithfulness to the Lamb. They have been redeemed from among men as first fruits to God and to the Lamb, and their integrity before the throne of God is unquestionable. They are a powerful witness to the grace and power of God, prepared to face the most difficult challenges with courage and conviction. If you enjoyed this content and would like to receive more insights on biblical and spiritual topics, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications whenever we post a new video. Additionally, leave a like if you appreciated the message and share this video with friends and family so that more people can benefit from these powerful teachings. Thank you for watching, and may the peace of the Lord be with you.